I'm saying? It's kind of a nice break in the cool. I never really talk to anybody around. I'm kind of a soul rider, right? So what happens when I start to talk to somebody, I get the fucking verbal diarrhea because I try to condense everything into a couple paragraphs, but too much fucking life experience, man. That's
we've all been cooped up for too long anyway.
Anyways, at least I think it's interesting, right?
Yeah.
I mean, not many people have this experience that you run across, right? So anyway, so after that Christmas, I said, fuck that. Fuck the ones around the other side. 150 spaces, don't need it. I had basically 450, had nine racks of 50 on the front side. And that was 100, so we had 600 total we had. So, but basically, I said, fuck that, I don't need that, it's gonna kill myself. Because that basically takes the labor down to have, that's like 2 extra people on the holidays that you need just to go around the other side.
Yeah.
So once I did that, that changed the whole fucking game. That's when I go, And the tips are starting to come across. And you know, I was making 11, 12 bucks an hour. Just on a normal day, I'm pulling down 40, 50 bucks in tips. On top of 8 hours at 11 bucks an hour.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, in 98, that was fucking good money. Plus, I was paying 400 bucks a month for my employee housing, which they take out of your paycheck. So I don't even have to pay that.
Don't have to worry about it.
Everything. It was insane. I was spending money on drugs and paraphernalia and equipment. And it was
that
like,
party life.
It was, seriously. I mean.
Yeah, that sounds dope.
Yeah, I just got out of rehab for gambling, so but I did drugs and shit too. But I had a lot of cash. And I start going to Black Hawk again, and you know, the gambling place that's up in Colorado right there. There's a couple of, it's not Indian, but maybe it is Indian. Anyways, it's an hour and a half from Beaver Creek, so it's like easy to get and back on the same day. But you go over Vail Pass and you go over the Continental Divide basically.
Okay.
It's closer to Breckenridge on that side. Anyways, all right. I got cottonmouth, and I do dabs before I go out anyway.
Yeah,
so
same. I got cottonmouth too right now.
With that fucking guy happened, I mean, literally, after I just do the dabs, walking out the door, boom, and I got the music right.
Oh, you gotta fuck with your high,
and the one thing I'm so pissed that I didn't do, his passenger window was open because he wanted to yell at me, right? And what I usually did before all this shit happened, right?
Huck a loogie.
I want to fucking huck a loogie. I do it to other people all the time. All the time, but now it's attempted murder, right?
Yeah, right?
I mean, that's what I'm afraid of it happening, because normally I'm doing it on their property, on their vehicle. It's not directly on them. They can't say fucking boo. I've talked to cops about this. They can't say boo, and especially if the guy's trying to fucking run me over.
Yeah.
I should have done whoa, and put one right in his fucking head and had him stop or have an accident. You motherfucker! And say, call a fucking cop, dickhead. I flip people off. I just decided literally after that, because I'm flipping them off. Flipping off doesn't do anything to anybody anymore. Everyone sees you flip them off. I was doing a lot of this lately with guys, you know, with the lifted trucks. Yeah, what you got the little dick? Is that what you got the big fucking truck? Or like an expensive car or something. I drive a Subaru Baja. So I mean, it's got a quirky car anyway, right? You fits right in.
Yeah.
But you know, I thought, I'm like, what? You got a little fucking dick? Is that why you drive a lifted car, bitch? But now I decided, fuck, I'm gonna start, when I'm not riding with anything, fuck you, motherfucker. Oh, they can see it, they know what it means, they don't see it from other people. They go, what the fuck? That's effective, right?
You could bring back the suck it from back in the day.
That's too unbalanced. If I'm cruising along and I go like this, it might be, I might take if I take myself out, that'd be the most embarrassing thing. Now see, here's something, we've been here probably about 15 minutes or so. Now, because I have this, because it's charged while it's riding. So this battery is actually full in it, so it's been actually throwing the charge in. The one thing you gotta work for, and one thing you gotta watch out for, and this happened to me a lot, is an overcharged regen. So it's booming it up. You could actually cut it out here, and a couple times it'll take off for 10 or 15 feet, and then it'll drop out. So at least I know what I'm looking for, especially going downhill. Because it regens when it goes downhill, right? It's like a Tesla, dude. Does that have regen on it?
Yeah. So I've
straight for last year top, dude.
When I use the brakes,
that's what I don't like, is the remote. That's the only thing I don't like about doors. Is the remote. It's kind of a pain in the ass. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got used to it, but yeah,
something to crack on the ground.
What?
No, I say it's something to crack on the ground.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, it's
not a replacement part.
But yeah, so it has regenerative braking, or when I brake, it charges the battery. So if my battery is full and I try to go down a hill, I have no brakes until I've used the battery a little bit.
Dude, I just noticed your shirt said D's nuts. I just posted D's nuts. Dude, guy, you know, I'm in the Arizona, there's an Arizona One Wheel group. There's One Wheel owners group had 3,000 people.
I've been trying to find more people that, like, I mean, I don't have a One Wheel, but like e-skate, you know?
You just say you got a One Wheel, you get into the community, and then you can get for rides and shit. But
so I ride all the time, and I usually do like 20-mile rides. I'm like, I'm riding all the time. I love it, dude. It's so much fun.
And the heat, what do the heat do to your battery? What kind of battery? Are they lithium ion?
Yeah.
So these, like I said, the LiPo 4 with the
they're okay with the heat. The cold they don't like.
Dude, these excel on the heat.
Yeah.
90 degrees and over. I mean, when it gets down to 60 degrees, I'm looking at 16, 17 miles on a charge. When it gets up to 90 degrees, it jumps up to 20, 21, 22, and as it goes higher, it doesn't. I broke them in at 110 degrees. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
I kept riding around 20, 30 miles a day in that heat, just making circles in that parking lot, and I think that's how the battery started. This is actually my second board. I got a second board for $900, dude.
Wow.
They were $14.50. I got too many. I feel like an old guy now. I got so many fucking stories. I never talk to anybody, so you're kind of getting the overflow of this. I'm definitely a soul surfer and live by myself. Got a chocolate lab. Yeah, I keep to myself, man. Especially in the neighborhood that I live in, right? I don't know if you've gone through there or not. You know, around Fort Lowell and Alvernon.
Yeah. I live pretty close to there.
Like I said, right behind that church. I'm in that white casino, like a little white casa right behind there. It was the first building from 1928 that was in that area.
Oh wow.
And I'm renting it for $600 a month, dude.
That's a
It's
steal.
one of those secret Tucson specials.
Ooh, $600.
Let me show you this thing. Something up here. Keep it top region. Give it a little second here. I can kind of feel it.
So
it feels a little squirrely.
So wait, so it's basically it's got too much power right now?
It's been charging through the port, so it's going to the regular motor. So it's been charging up the battery. It's got to regen. It's mostly when you're first starting out. Like if you're starting out 100% and you're going down something like this,
yeah,
it can cut out on you because it's over generating the batteries. I think it's more the battery than the engine. It doesn't want to fry the battery. I think I'm good. Like if you sit down and stop to eat somewhere, I used to have to charge, but of course once I figure that out, then it just sits there. But usually after 15 minutes, the one wheel itself will turn off.
Okay.
It's got that thing on it, but when it's hooked up to this, it's always getting charged like it's being charged, which is kind of weird. If you have any kind of electrical questions and shit, I think I'm okay. Of course, I say that and it's gonna fucking dump me, right?
I hope not.
I'm almost ready to turn it off and do it, but I think I'm okay. It's actually got a nice app to it too. Actually, I've got the different app on it now. I've got the third-party app. Actually, they gave us all the cells. There's 16 cells in there.
Okay.
And on the original app, they gave it to us, but then when they started changing it, they started taking shit away from the app. I haven't updated the app in 2 years on the original app. That still has the other. They took away the battery cells, but I got the individual cells. And I got 100%. Okay, so now it's actually rolling. I guess we're okay. Okay.
Oh no.
It's always a scary part. It only takes a couple times to do that.